Alright, here I wanted to show you a new way to capture from your webcam. This is using Emgu.CV, and this is OpenCV, but in a wrapper for .NET stuff like Visual Basic. And OpenCV, that has been made into Emgu.CV, whatever, is a lot of great media stuff wrapped together. So anyways, emgu.com is where you can download this guy. The top one here, right now the latest version is 2.4. You go to SourceForge, and SourceForge will have the download for you. Now I've already downloaded this guy. It's a little big. It's roughly about 100 megabytes. So once you download that, install it, and its default location will install to C drive, EMGU, and then from there you have more crap. Now let's leave this crap alone for right now. Go back into Visual Basic. Let's start a new program and just skip naming it. Blank program, good stuff. Now let's go to View and Object Browser, and let's go to Custom Component Set and then Browse. And now within C drive, find EMGU, get this x86 whatever, and go into bin. Now you're going to want to grab all these guys. So grab and hit add and hit OK. Sweet deal. So here's EMGU stuff. Now the things we want to grab here is EmguCV. Click this guy to add it. Successfully, OK. And then we want structure, add, OK. CV utility, add OK, and EMGU utility there, add OK. So now go to my solution, and there's my EMGU stuff. Actually, kind of almost added all of it, but anyways, it's in there now. Close that out, and the next thing we need to do to prepare for this guy is actually go into here, back to your EMGU folder, past the x86, past bin, and then we want the x86 folder itself. And we want to grab the x86 folder in its entirety, drag it down to here, and then just drop it right in our project, just like that. Now there's a few files in here we do not need, and why are we taking them out? Because they're flipping huge. And that is the GPU 240 and the kubeless 32 and the exe we don't need. So once it's been copied in, we open it up, remove kubeless, delete, yeah. And we're not deleting them from that location. Delete that guy. See, they're both still there. Kubeless is still there. It's actually deleting them from the project, so no worries. And then the GPU 240, delete that. Now this will substantially decrease the size of your project. Now the next portion is to click the top file, come down, push select, click the bottom, alright, that selects them all. And copy to output directory, we actually want to copy if newer. This way it copies all of these working files in with the project. Okay, now we're finally done being set up. No, I lied, we have more to set up. Anyways, let's take this big program and put a picture box on it. There it is, picture box. Slap that guy right there. And under its properties, I'm going to change the size mode to stretch image. That'll make it so the whole image stretches across the whole thing. Simple enough. I'm going to right click, view code. Here we are, here's our code. First things I got to do is import some stuff. Import EmguCV, imports Emgu.CV.Util, and imports Emgu.CV.Structure. Okay, those are the three guys I want to import. Now, one more piece of setup. I'm going to make a timer and put it right here. Now the timer, I'm going to have set to 100 milliseconds. That's good enough, and I'm going to always enable it so it's always running. Now if I double click on timer, it's going to add a timer tick function in here. And before I get to programming the timer tick, doing this all out of order, the first thing I want to do is create a new capture. That's how I like to name my stuff. As capture equaling a new capture. That should be easy enough to remember, right? Now, the next portion, when the timer ticks, is I want to actually create an images of as an image. Now, we got two options here for image. Either image the first type as a drawing image or as a wrapper of the OpenCV. And this comes with the EmguU stuff, and this is the type we actually want to use. It's going to want a type, like a format, and the type of method you want to store it. So we're going to do BGR. Oops, can't type. BGR, and that actually stands for blue, green, red. I know that's weird. Comma byte. That's how we're going to want to store that guy. Why BGR? Because we're going to have this images equal capturez dot query frame, and query frame actually captures a BGR image frame, so that's why BGR up here. The next portion, picture box 1 dot image equals imagez.ToBitmap. That is it. Do you believe it? That is all you need. Let me hit play here so I can show you. It's going to take a second because it's actually the first time over. It's going to copy all those files. Whoa! Look at that good-looking dude right there. Yeah, that is all that takes. Can you believe it? Isn't that simple? More or less. The setup's a little hard, but there you go. It's not too bad. Let me close that. Sorry to disappoint you. Now, the difference between the EmguCV versus the touchless library that I used in my previous version is this project is now, let's see, open this guy up, webcam capture. This project is 54 megabytes in size, and that is really all the x86, and that's really this guy right here. Get another 10 meg there, another 3.5-ish there, and a couple 1 megs, and then all the other stuff added up. And you can see the total size down here of all these files is 52.7 megs. It's a large portion of the program. The program itself is only like 21 kilobytes. It's nothing. Of course, you know, you see this, it's really nothing. So all the meat of this is within the EmguU stuff. Now, the what's it called? I can't click and talk at the same time. It's terrible. The touchless stuff here, it's only these 2 DLL files, and it is just about 100 kilobytes. It is super dinky small. You gotta do a little more stuff with touchless though. For instance, you gotta change like the .NET framework that you're using. Like this is 4. This stuff comes standard as 4 on here. If I go to like compile and advanced compile options, right there, .NET Framework 4 versus I can't run 4 on touchless. Touchless has to be 3.5 or less, or 3.5 or only. I've only done 3.5 actually, but it can't be 4. Is what I'm getting at. But the size is more. However, you can do a lot more cool stuff with EmguCV. A lot more really neat stuff. Like this capture doesn't have to be from a webcam. It can actually be, if I click this, click down, it can be a capture type. It can be a camera index, so you index through your webcams if you have multiple, and a file name as a string, so you can actually pull from a file or a stream. That's sweet. I have so much more to learn on this, and trust me, I'm going to share it all with you guys as I intend to. So definitely have fun with this.